All right, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Fanon, and in this video, it looks like the Gervonta Davis and Shakur Stevenson fight has a lot better chance of getting made very soon, as Gervonta Davis's team, I'm Being Heard, is making another offer to Shakur Stevenson after Shakur Stevenson said he'd like to fight Tank in July. Let's talk about those details, but I want to talk about what's going on underneath that. I want to talk about the reason why Shakur Stevenson better go over there. Shakur Stevenson better go over there and fight Gervonta Davis as fast as he can, because that snake pit he's in, he's just going to get bit. Let's do that in this video. All right, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Fanon, and in this video, Shakur Stevenson and Gervonta Davis very well may be fighting in July. And this is a very realistic thing, as I'm being told that there's going to be an offer sent to him after Gervonta Davis, if he successfully defends his title against Lamont Roach on March 1st. Shakur Stevenson said that he would like to fight Gervonta Davis in July, and my understanding is that that team is 100% behind it. However, you know what the deal is. The deal is that that fight is going to have to be on Amazon Prime, and there is an extra reason why that fight has to be in Amazon Prime, and it has to be in the United States. And that is because Turki Al-Sheikh overplayed his hand and showed the world exactly what time he was on when Turki Al-Sheikh fixed a fight in plain sight of the world on the undercard of the Dmitry Bivol Arthur Beterbiev fight card. Now I have to tell you that I boycotted that fight. I don't boycott fights a lot. I did not buy that fight. I didn't only watch the highlights of that fight, because I have heard so many things, as certain people like to say, behind the scenes, about Turki Al-Sheikh that I'm not going to give him any of my money. It's just not going to happen. Any fight with Turki Al-Sheikh in that card, I'm not going to watch it. Now, why do I say that? Now I have a piece of evidence for why I didn't watch that fight. And why Shakur Stevenson, who I know and I think is a good guy and a very good fighter, needs to pay attention very quickly. And whatever deal comes across that table from the PBC to him, he needs to work with his management and make sure that he can do that. Now, I do believe that he is under contract with Matchroom, so we'll see how that works out, seeing as Matchroom is virtually owned by Turki Al-Sheikh. But they're going to make the offer, and Shakur says he wants it. If those people don't get in the way, we should get the fight. However, again, remember what happened in this fight in the undercard of Beterbiev versus Bivol, where Turki Al-Sheikh got out of his seat, ran over to Shiraz, whatever his name is, his fighter, who was fighting against Carlos Adames for the WBC 160-pound title, and told him that he was down by 2 points on the scorecard. And Turki Al-Sheikh is somebody that you have to suppose is over the selection of the judges. He's probably over the selection of the referee. His fund is definitely paying the referee, paying the judges. But yet judges that he's paying, he is getting the scores from mid-fight to give to somebody else. Why in the world would Gervonta Davis ever go to Saudi Arabia to fight with Turki Al-Sheikh? Also, if you didn't pay attention, if you don't have Amazon Prime, and I've been watching Amazon Prime often for my television, they're already publicizing Gervonta Davis's fight with Frank Martin, putting out in all kind of publications as the biggest, or all type of promotions. And it is the biggest company in the world, the biggest distributor to homes in the United States for sure. And they're featuring Gervonta Davis's fights. So the choice for Shakur Stevenson is, do you really want to get pressed up Or Gervonta, do you really want to give up your contract that you have with Jeff Bezos' company to go to Saudi Arabia to fight underneath a honestly, man, I think he's Jewish. I always think he's Jewish. He looks Arab, but sometimes you have Arabic Jews. But to fight with this Arabic, little short Arabic dude that want to fix fights and push the outcome of fights and dominate the sport of boxing and make himself the biggest story in boxing. No, man, you'll just be a sideline in this story, and he's more than likely, at least my opinion, going to try to manipulate the situation so you lose so that he can continue to be the biggest name. Turki Al-Sheikh actually has a desire to be the biggest name in sports. A little short fat dude has an ambition to be the biggest name in sports. That is a dangerous, dangerous, dangerous scenario. He's playing with other people's money. He's fixing fights, clearly fixing fights, and demeaning, and my understanding is my understanding is, I don't have this verified, hiring public relation firms to attack the fighters and try to force them into doing what he specifically wants them to do. That is the bed that Shakur Stevenson lied in. And I guarantee you, for this fight to take place, Gervonta Davis ain't jumping in bed with him. You're going to have to get up. You're going to have to go over to Amazon Prime. We're going to have to sit up in an office and get this thing done. Because ain't nobody going for that con job. The con job Turki Al-Sheikh got going on, man. Or at least that's what the word on the street is. People ain't trying to get paid in cryptocurrency and have to fly halfway across the world where he selects all the judges, selects the ref, has everybody in the crowd from his home country. You got to stay in hotels in his home country. You got to eat in restaurants in his home country. You got to drink water from stores bought in his home country. All the different things that people worry about in the United States when they kind of seclude themselves so that they can't be affected by people while they're training for the fight. All those things are what you have to worry about when you show up to the fight. You actually have Kid Schofield that went over to Saudi Arabia and got so sick he had a blood pressure of like 73 over 43 or something like that. How sick? He got super sick over there. Now this on top of, I'm not saying I know that these are the cases, but you have to understand there's too many fighters catching flus and getting sick before they walk into fights when you're dealing with those dudes, man. Anyway, boxing is a very, 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 very dirty sport. And everybody knows it. And the funniest thing is that everybody knows exactly how dirty boxing is when it's the other guy that gets caught. But when it's their guy that gets caught red-handed, they want to look the other way and act like, well, it didn't really mean anything, and or just act like they didn't see it at all. You even got Mike Coppinger trying to cover for Turki Al-Sheikh, saying, yeah, we've got to do stuff because, there's also things inside the ring. Too many people inside the ring after the fight and inside the ring after the fight. That's something we have to work on. Mike Coppinger, no. Steve Breadman Edwards was talking about people fixing fights, not people running around in the ring after the fight is over. But anyway, man, media paid by Turki Al-Sheikh got some work to do this week. That's my take on the matter. Please let me know what you think in the comment section. And with that, I'm out. Deuces.